want to make
Your
friends
team
with
is
Nana?
banning. I didn't.
Hello guys, good
Your
evening,
team
welcome
is
back.
banned.
You all are watching the playoff season 3 brought to you by Colt Esports, and this is the semi-finals day 2, which was actually supposed to happen yesterday, but because of some technical issues and delays we are having it today. And for the viewers, we've got a lot of ups and downs for this
Your
day,
team
as
is picking.
Purple is Gami are actually losing this best of 3, 0-1. Endgame have got the lead of 1, and there were various reasons because of why they have actually lost that game number 1, and I don't think so I'm allowed to disclose
Your
that,
team
but
is picking.
that's what management decided. While Endgame for this game number 2 are running with just 4 people because one of their member did not show up on time and they asked for a 4v5. So we're gonna have this game and number 2 between these two teams. It's going to be Endgame 1-0. Purple Isgami will have to win this match if they want to push it for game number 3. Now, this match, guys, will be casted by me, Scared Yet, and my co-caster, Blurry Face. How are you
Your
doing, Blurry?
team is picking.
Hey, Scared, I'm doing great, bro. How are you?
Time and tide wait for no man.
Absolutely amazing right now because Endgame, it's more like they had a handicap and now they are handicapped because of a 4v5. So I really feel like it's gonna be extremely messy in the battlefield and they might not be able to take this game number 2 for themselves, and Purple is gonna might push for game 3.
Yeah, that's a sure thing. I mean, it's a 4v5 situation, so it's gonna be really, really tough unless they, become a little bit creative on the draft side. But nonetheless, it's a one-man down situation already for them. So, I guess we should just hope to see all 5 members in the game 3.
Yes, definitely. But for this game, I probably feel like they're gonna jump in with the Ying Jungle. He's got the retribution already, and for their mates, Cyclops, alright, he is
Your
quite
team is
okay,
banned.
especially that mid-game power spike that he gets after the Enchanted Talisman Holy Crystal Concentrated Energy.
Don't you think that's way too items to farm in a 4v5 situation? Like,
That is
Your
true,
team is
because they'll
picking.
they'll have to just play inside the towers. They will have to give up on the tier ones that too pretty early because of the quick rotations that Purple Isgami have for now. They've got the Kogura in the mid lane. They've got the Ling, who we know can jump into like every wall of the
yeah.
map. So it's gonna be pretty fast rotations for him. And clear speed of Ling is faster than Yin. That's what I feel like it actually is. But that's gonna be the Hilda picked up as the final pick coming in by Endgame. Esmeralda locked up by Kitsune. Let's see what is the final pick of Purple Isgami. They want Aroma for their side right now, someone who could actually provide them with enough vision and some setups, because Ling is going to jump into that backline. So they're going to go in with a full dive comp of Kagura, Ling, Esmeralda, and Kufra. And they've got the Beatrix for the siege.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be an interesting match, I would say. Let's see how long it lasts. I mean, all heroes are self-sufficient. Like Hilda can hold the lane. I don't know about Lolita pick, but I've been a Hylos much better to clear the lanes. I don't know, man.
Plus, I believe the dive comp could have been answered by probably something like a Ruby, but since Lolita was prior.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed.
Purple Isgami. So let's see which one of them gets the win. It's basically Cyclops going to go on the EXP lane. That's something I am quite surprised at, Bloody.
This mid will be cleared by Yin. And okay, Hilda is in golden, so that's gonna be a free tower. Like,
Definitely, and that's probably gonna mean that they might get into some trouble, but that's gonna be Kitsune actually cutting out the lane. Yin is jungling in his own jungle. There are no invades, so not very aggressive start coming in by Purple Isgami. But the moment I said that, they're just gonna jump in. Esmeralda gonna zone out Yin out of his own orange buff. So Fate is actually taking all the creeps on that top side. So he's basically gonna deny him some early level 4 now. Sora seems to be in danger. That's gonna be Fate going in for the Tempest of Blaze. Flicker comes out, and that's going to be Sora surviving. But will Fate survive? Because Potato.
I don't know what to say. Like the situation is pretty saddening for in game. So yeah, it's just a man advantage. So yeah, let's see how this goes.
What do you think should Endgame do in this situation? Because they definitely cannot play aggressive, and they need Yin to farm up as quickly as possible.
Well, they can just try to hold as much as possible, avoid team fights, and just wait for the power spike. And when I say hold, that means like not contesting any team fights because it's
Hmm.
definitely a loss.
True, because that's going to be, Alim chunking out almost all the gold of
Wow.
that bottle in tower. But they get a kill, they get a trade off in the top side. Esmeralda is picked off. Let's see if they can turn it into an
Red team
objective
turret
or
has been
not, because that's
destroyed.
going to be first tower destroyed. Oh, Nibiru's
Red
passion
team
coming up.
hero
Lolita's got
has
some
been
pretty decent
slain.
amount of damage, but there's
Blue team
absolutely
hero
no
has been
tanking,
slain.
and she's going to be taken down by the Beatrix. The damage, and that too, there is no BOD blurry right now. That's the damage was without BOD, and never mind, that was Hilda, not Lolita.
Yeah,
I just,
that's
I
right.
just messed up that one. The both carrying the weapon in probably the same angle, so I got confused.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Oh, hot potatoes, Nominal Blast getting cancelled. Machine secure, machine saving his own teammates for now. I'm not gonna say the full name, man. I cannot.
Blue team
Well, you
has
can just
slain
call
the
him
turtle.
SM or Kufra maybe.
SM. Right, let's just go with the Kufra. But looking at the top side right now, that's Esmeralda versus Aizen. Kitsune has to use his flicker to jump out of that
Red
situation.
team
Aizen wants
hero
to go in for
has
the
been
chase, but
slain.
he will decide to not jump in any longer. Maybe I said it way too quickly. Kitsune will jump back while in the top side. Cyclops was picked off, and that's going to be Purple securing yet another tower. So they are going in for the siege. They first stopped Yin's early level 4 and now are going in for an easy siege without
Red team
any
turret has
major
been destroyed.
difficulties.
Team hero
And Kufra is
has
playing
been slain.
amazing with those, continuous jumps. Oh, there he goes with the
Red team
flicker. And
hero
that's
has
going
been
to be
slain.
Cyclops picked off yet again, bloody.
I mean, the blue side, they don't want Cyclops to be farmed, so they have just left Hilda open while there was a solo combat, and Hilda managed to secure a kill on Esmeralda.
Red
Definitely, but
team
that's
hero
going to be
has been
Lolita
slain.
finished off right away. Kufra goes into, my turn now, the domain,
Red
but
team
that's
turret has
probably
been
going to
destroyed.
be Yin taken out. No,
Red
he
team
goes in,
hero
but he
has
will
been
be knocked
slain.
right up, securing another kill. That is
Killing
going to be.
spree.
I believe it was Kufra who secured the kill though, but there's a killing
Yeah,
spree coming in for Ling. Yeah, that was the
late.
Ling. They're actually easily sieging the tier twos as well. And that's look at the level
Red
difference. Ling
team
is level
turret has been
9 right.
destroyed. Has
The
been
ultimate, they
slain.
managed to take yet another kill of Esmeralda, and it's just Esmeralda who's been dying on the side of um Purple Isgami. Everyone else,
Yeah,
they've not died yet, so they're probably gonna report.
that is correct. Also, questionable emblem coming in from Beatrix. Do you like that? Oh, that
Blue
shotgun damage.
team hero has been
Whoa!
slain.
Hilda comes in clutch.
Red team hero has
That
been
Aizen
was
slain.
amazing.
coming
Has
in
been
with that
slain.
burst. Even Alim did not expect that, though Kitsune trades it off. But looking at the current situation in the mid lane, Yin has been picked off yet again. So that's going to be tier 2 of mid lane taken down. Turtle is open, but we'll have to see. Alright, purple are deciding to go in for that.
Yeah.
But
Maybe they're just
according
waiting for
to
the
me,
Lord.
Blue team turret has been
I
destroyed.
really feel like that marksman emblem, if you're taking marksman emblem or Beatrix, that means you want to play in for the mid to late game. You want to survive in those fights because it gives you pretty decent amount of regen. If you're going in for
Yeah.
the assassin emblem, that means you
Blue
want
team
to go in
hero
for some
has
early
been
skirmish. You
slain.
want to play in aggressive in the early game.
Red
So
team hero
it's
has been
two
slain.
different play styles. So they probably knew that Alim is gonna get farmed up as they got the gold out of that bot lane, and then right away, as soon as they got that tower, they decide that all right, now Alim should go in the top side. He's gonna take the gold of that top lane as well.
Killing
So
spree. Double
that's
kill.
probably the strategy in their mind all
Yeah.
along. So if you going to be Fate securing the god like right now, 10,000 goal lead already. We're not even in the 8th minute of the game, so that's probably going to be an easy win unless Purple is gonna make a massive mistake and they give some major shutdowns that might give hope to end game because they're down to the inhibitors at this point. They're extremely behind in farm. They do not have the items. They do not have the EXP levels. They have absolutely nothing at this point. So it's gonna be really, really difficult to secure, to save the
Blue
game,
team hero
and that's
has
going to be
been slain.
Beatrix
Wow.
picked off in the bot line. But
Red
there were
team
way too
hero
many resources
has been
expended. The
slain.
Ling is going to be traded off. That's going to be Sora taken down. He has the flicker though, so he will try to run away, and that's going to be him. Oh, flame shotted! Kagura securing a double, taking down, I believe it was the Ling as well as Cyclops, both of them. So just Lolita and Hilda remaining. That's going to be a pretty easy Lord coming in for the side of Purple is Gami. They've got the retribution.
I mean, there won't be any contest. And I believe Endgame might be able
Blue
to,
team has slain
defend
the
this Lord
Lord.
easily since it's not an enhanced one, but Endgame doesn't have that good wave clear, I would say.
Exactly, that was exactly what I was going to point out because they
Red
have
team hero
no wave
has
clear
been
apart from
slain.
Cyclops, who gets some
Yeah.
cooldown on his skills as long as he manages to hit a certain opponent with that.
Red team
Now that's
turret
going
has
to be
been
look at that
destroyed.
Esmeralda going on for a clean 1v1. Though Cyclops goes in for some decent amount of burst, Kitchen will have to retreat, but in the top side, that's going to be Yin taken down. Tyrant's
Red
Rage
team
connecting.
hero has
Lolita
been
will
slain.
be the next target who will be picked off. Though Kitsune is still trying to take the fight against Sora. He knows that his team is around. That is going to be Ling jumping in. Sora has absolutely nothing, not even his flicker, not
Legendary.
even his star power lockdown. So
Killing
that's
spree.
going to be Cyclops,
Team
the
base
only
turret has been
decent wave
destroyed.
clearer for the side of endgame. Being taken down, a wipe out. That
Blue
is
team
going to
hero
be
has been
Kufra.
slain.
Okay, in the end, it's going to be Kufra who will be dying, but the crystal will be taken by Purple Iskami. They are gonna force a game
Victory.
number 3.
9 kills, not that bad skill in a 4v5 situation.
They tried. They tried. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Plus, they
Hilda and
need
Cyclops did try.
yeah, they needed some mid to late game insurance as well because if it's a 4v5 situation, I feel like that you can go in for Louis who gets online as soon as she's level 2, and then for a gold lane you can pick off you can take some hero that is late game hero, something like the um I don't know, like Brody, or you could even go for a Clint if you want to for the siege
Claude,
because it
Claude or
was open.
Popol would have been a
Popol,
better
exactly.
choice. Popol was banned. That's the reason, they already banned the Popol because he's a self marksman. Like he can survive on his own without
Yeah,
vision.
self-dependent hero, exactly.
Yep.
So I really feel like they could have gone for some late game hero. They could have also gone for Welcome back, everyone. We are back on time for game number 3, which is going to be between Endgame on the blue side this time, Purple is Gami on the red side. The score is 1-1. The lobby is a full 10-man lobby, and the winner of this match will move directly into, I believe, the finals, if I'm not wrong. Right, Blurry?
Yes, that is correct, and I'm excited for this match finally. It's a final game. Also, all the five members of Endgame are there, so let's see. Interesting drafts coming in. Melissa and Sicilian banned for both the teams.
Time and time
Definitely. Beatrix and Melissa, so both marksmen being banned out by the end game, and I believe Purple is gonna stick to their mages ban. Yeah, Valentina coming out just like the previous match. What do you think should be the strategy for end game? Because they need to go all in. They cannot, you know, save their strategies, and they're gonna lock away all us right in the first few seconds. Really, do you think they've actually, shown their jungler way too early? Because I feel like
breaks through the door.
Valir could have been a good counter, but Purple is Gami are gonna stick to their previous game tank and mace Kufra and Kagura.
Among the planes exists the
I
equilibrium
would say
which I
so.
was made
Why
for.
not just secure it? Like, isn't it obvious that they want to go ahead with all this? So yeah, and he is also one of the best junglers out there right
Your
now.
team is picking.
So yeah, I would side with Endgame. I mean, on the draft, like they're going solid.
Eve as well as the Uranus. So they've got their front line, and the comp looks more of like a front to back lineup. With the Eve, they want to play along in the real world manipulation, and they want to put in the unyielding fury there as well to maximize their damage output in those team fights. But they'll have to be pretty safe because there is a Kufra, there's a Kagura, and a Lancelot. So they do need some anti-dive in heroes. I really feel like a Ruby would be an excellent choice in this match, or probably some hero that can actually lock down those dive comps. What are some of those heroes, Blurry? Probably
Your team is banning.
Hylos as well.
Pain. Yeah, Hylos can work.
Um,
I mean, he can guard Eve pretty decent enough.
The night sky
Okay.
Your team is picking.
I guess a Yuzhong pick I'm sensing from Purple is Gami. Like Yuzhong is a hard counter for Eve. Like he can just go in the dragon form and petrify Eve's and stop his ultimate. So, but he
Exactly.
will have a hard time.
Literally just going over Eve works pretty well, but we'll have to just wait and see for now. They're gonna pick the Yuzhong. So you are absolutely correct regarding that one. It's a hard dive
Yeah.
combo. I want to see a Ruby. I want to see a Ruby.
Whoa! From his hook. So let's see if we might see an Indian Beloyski.
Hand of Dawn, Endgame on the blue, Purple is Gami on the red. A do or die match for both the teams. Winner goes to the finals. Loser will jump down to lower bracket going in against. I feel like probably we'll have to check the name of that team. Give me 1 minute. I'll just jump back and quickly check it. Alright, yeah, that is going to be Codename. So, loser of this match goes to play against Codename at probably 9 p.m. So let's see which team gets the ticket to the finals. Now, looking at the current situation of the match, though, what?
Blue team hero
Yes,
has been slain.
it's a 1v1 trade. I mean, Uranus was like, okay, let's start.
But still, come on, Uranus winning against a Yuzhong right in the beginning. So that's something I really feel like Kitsune should have been able to avoid, because you don't want to give early kills to Uranus, because at the end of the day, he'll farm up faster and he can rotate in those lanes much faster.
Yeah, but even he died in the process, so I guess it was, a decent trade, I would say. I mean, both of them died, like, and their gold is, I mean, for some odd reason, Uranus is leading with 100 gold.
That is because Yuzhong definitely did get the kill, but it was not before he himself died. So Uranus was the one who got
Oh
200
yeah,
gold and not the Yuzhong. So that's a trade-off I
right.
will say favors RR in this situation.
That's right. That's right. Well, like pretty standard rotations, like everyone is, putting in their best.
Definitely now in the bottom lane. That's fight yet again. RR seems to be in trouble. Consecration. It's not available because he used it up on time, but that does mean the turtle priority goes for end game. But Aizen seems to be in trouble now because Kitsune is targeting him. The Bloody Hunter is not there. He goes in for the Iron Hook, but Kitsune makes sure.
He's rushing for Wind Talker with boots, so probably should have waited for the Wind Talker.
Maybe. I'm more of a corrosion side also, but I guess I will start making the beauty. But looking at the bottom side, Sex Machine not connecting his Tyrant's Revenge. Though 1-1 missing the skill one. I know I just said it, but that was
I know,
in a
it
very low
wasn't
voice. Oh,
intentional.
yeah, it wasn't intentional though. Okay,
Yeah, we
that's
do
going to be
understand.
Tyrant's Revenge almost connecting. He goes in with a flicker play, gets Jack, but that is going to be Lancer taking lot of hits. Will there be? Oh, he used the tone apart memory, but the damage was not enough. So that's a 2-for-0 trade in favor of Purple is Gami. But Olaf has been farming all this time, bloody. So they need to shut
Yeah.
Eclairs down.
Well, it's pretty decent. I mean, I just want to see when Ollis enters the team fight, the outcome will be really different. Also, Brody made an amazing outplay over there. Like, he body blocked the flame shot by Kagura while, Eve could have died because of that. So he took a lot of damage.
True, but
Okay.
look at that. That's gonna be 1-1. Going in with a crossbow of tank. Damage is not enough, so Brody will survive. The warrior boots coming in handy, keeping him alive, but he is gonna lose a lot of gold in that bottom side, and Alim is just gonna, happily chunk out the energy shield and will probably be able to take the tower down, maybe?
Blue team turret has
No,
been
not a
destroyed.
kill, but the tower for sure.
Purple is having the control of the game because they've got the end, they've got the early game, they've got the Lancelot, they've got the Yuzhong. Kagura is gonna come online in the mid game, and so will Van after the Demon Hunter sword. So probably Eclairs will not even have enough time. That's going to be Brody picked off yet again as Kufra jumped in with the Tyrant's Revenge and Rage. Unyielding Fury was used up, but there's absolutely no one who's actually giving the engage to Eclairs. He needs some front line. He needs someone to stay in front of him because he is a melee range hero. He needs to jump in closer to the enemies to deal that damage, and he cannot tank the damage as well. So that is the only reason I'm more like not into a Franco, because yes, you can definitely get some amazing hooks, but if I'm not able to land them, it's
Yeah,
basically just a walking fatty.
yeah, basically a guy with no
Blue
skills.
team hero has been
Alright,
slain.
real world
That's gonna be
use for
Kufra.
Kufra.
That's gonna be Kufra picked off. So that's a good pick off. That's a good pick off because they need to get as many pick offs as possible. He goes in for the flicker to save himself. Uh, they're losing in the towers though. They need to pick, I believe, one off at least once because Alim is farming freely. He's got the corrosion, he's got the demon hunter sword, he is running on the inspire as well. So bloody it means he's going on full offensive. He has basically no plan of retreat, no backup, nothing. He's like I'm
Red
gonna go
team
all in.
turret has
That's
been
all.
destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna deal a lot of damage. Look at Uranus. He's already melting Uranus. He won't
Blue
survive
team
this.
hero
That's
has
right.
been
I
slain.
And the
and Aizen
ultimate
becomes
coming in.
yeah,
Oh,
that's very close. That was very close. That's going to be Jack trying to clear the mid lane wave. Oh, you never recall in front of your opponents like
Blue
that,
team
especially
turret
when
has
there's
been
a Kagura,
destroyed.
there's a Lancelot, Franco being picked off. He was probably trying to jump in for a bait, but he ended up being picked off. So, and even Brody and all us got taken down in the end. Real world manipulation comes in. Let's see Kagura if she actually wants to go in. No, okay, she was waiting for the cooldown on the yin yang overturn. Blurry, did you see that?
I did see that. I mean, Yin should have stopped the ultimate since she was coming so close enough. I mean, there wasn't any follow up on it, so probably okay. RR in a tough spot. He won't survive this for sure. I was hoping to see some hooks, maybe in the later stages of the game, probably. Let's see. Some game changing hooks by Aizen.
They have to do something because if this continues, that then Purple is going to take the game away from them because they're fulfilling the win conditions. 1-1 is farmed up, going a strong 504. You want nothing else when you are a 1-1 player. The Wind
Blue
Talker
team
comes up
turret
as
has
well and
been
is probably
destroyed.
going in. Okay, he goes in. He wants to go in for the Jack. He takes Jack out, but he is not yet able to unlock the crossbow of Tang. Uranus is jumping in as well. That is going to be Alim shut down finally, but not before buying enough time for his team as they are taking the Lord on the top lane. And I don't
Red team
think
has
so.
slain the Lord.
Endgame had any idea about this distraction.
That's right, that's right. Well, Alim almost, tried to get the ultimate on Eve, but Eve just flickered in the opposite direction and died without giving the ultimate. Else it would have been a triple kill for sure with the inspire.
Yes. And I really hate it when people are like close to the walls and saving their last weakness. I'm like,
I
but
know
for
that's
now,
super annoying.
yeah, that's going to be Kitsune dead in the top side. Aizen went in with a bloody hunt. I don't know if it's body hunt or bloody hunt. I'm gonna call it bloody hunt because it sounds cool. They managed to push the minion wave in the top side, so that's some pressure taken off of them in that top lane. So they'll be able to defend this lord for now. And
Yeah.
Aizen pulls back his own buff.
Well,
Blue team turret has
let's
been
see if they can
destroyed.
hold the second Lord. They have Eve, they got Uranus, and
They actually took
Audis.
down the lord pretty easily.
Hmm.
And that's because of the fact they managed to pick Kitsune off in that top lane, so making it a 4v5 situation. Though right now RR seems to be in trouble. Crossbow of Tang unlocked. That's going to be Alim dealing a lot of damage, but the crossbow of Tang did
Alive.
not. Yeah, it did not, continue as Uranus tanked every hit from that, and even Alim got picked off. So that's a 2-for-1 trade. And a pretty solid defense coming in by end lane. They did lose their top lane tier 1, but that's going to be Franco probably jumping in for the bloody hand. But look at Kitsune making an outplay, getting the kill on Sora. Sora is not having a good day, bloody. Not at all.
Yeah. 1-6, man. I mean, come on, he should play a little bit safe. He's. Wow, amazing flicker hook coming in, picking up Kitsune. He won't survive. Yes, he won't survive, but Ollis also falls in the process.
The yin yang
And that-
overturn coming in from Kagura, securing the kill. Fate
Yes.
Fate is just flexing his assassins at this point, though. Ufra jumping in. They want to pick
Yeah.
Uranus off as well, but the real world manipulation coming in. Look at the
No.
HP. Look at the HP. That's gonna be the flicker
Yes.
coming up. Uranus secures the shutdown. Let's see if actually Kufra survives this one or not. The Thornrose connecting and the dashes from the puncture along with 1-1's DHS burst take Uranus down, saving the life of Kufra. The Wind of
Well,
Nature has also been bought. Yeah.
yeah, I'm sensing a comeback scared. I mean, only if, Endgame contests this next lot, and if they manage, some pick-off. So, yeah, I am sensing some
Red team
comeback
turret
here.
has
Since
been
Aulus
destroyed.
is pretty farm, he is going on equal goal almost as Lancelot. It's Lance is 8.6, he's 8.5, he's already got Berserker's Fury, and the Dragon form already being used, and he's zoning. Brody. Okay, and amazing pick
Oh!
off.
What a play.
Oh.
Crossbow and connecting, and that's going to be Eve zoned out. I don't think so. They can contest the Lord any longer. They do not have their front line. They do not have their jungler right now. Even though Olaf is farming, it's just like I said, he is not getting the front line that he needs.
And he was kind of off position in that area, and he just got picked for that. He was punished for that, basically. I mean, he should just stay behind Uranus and Franco and Eve. Like, the only chance he has is in the real world manipulation. That's what I feel.
Agreed. Plus, they've got the Ice Queen wand on Give, so they
Yeah.
have got that slow effect now. Alim is making an Athena shield right now, so Eve's damage will be lowered down significantly. And there's a Wind of Nature already for him to survive the burst of Aulus as well as the Brody. So, for now, it depends on how well Alim plays this out. He is highest farm, 10,000 gold, and then it's Lancelot because he has to jump in and target. Oh, Kufra, the troublemaker, is gonna get taken out. Not before he knocks up 3 people, and the Yuzhong does the same. But that's a double
Flame
kill, flame shot.
Has been slain.
A very well,
Blue team base turret
aimed
has been
flame shot
destroyed.
coming in by Uni. Lord is being stopped by Uranus, and he's tanking all the hits from the minions, but that's what he does the best. Let's see. Fate, he goes in for one dash. That's the double. Sidestepping the Sunrose, and that's Ara out damaging Fate.
Whoa. That hook, man. That hook finally connected, I was so happy.
Yeah, the game-changing hook that we were talking about, though, that's going to be RRR taken down extremely low, and he's playing it really smart, jumping towards the wall, so 1-1 does not unlock the ultimate. Lancelot,
Wow.
taking down, and 1-1 also picked off with the hook, but they have lost all of their inhibitors, bloody.
Well, some serious mistakes coming in by Purple Isgami. Lance and, 1-1 both getting hooked and dying in the process. So, yeah, that gives some breathing room for endgame. Let's see, one more, efficient gang. Okay, this is scary. Kitsune going in a 1v2, and the damage.
Red team hero
Whoa.
has been slain.
No, Eclair won't survive this.
Yeah, he won't, and that's going to be Sex Machine getting in a Tyrant's Revenge, but not on the targets that he need to. Sora will probably take that buff for himself, better than letting the enemy take it. But Uranus gets in the wave push on that top side, gets the tier 2. So they are somehow getting some gold back. It is a 4,000 lead in favor of Purple Iskami. But since we are jumping into the late game, both the teams have reached their 42k gold mark. They've almost all the members have got their core items. Now it's just the situational items that remain for everyone, and it's not that important. They are pretty good. They might be game changing sometimes, but not like you need them 100%. You can outplay your opponents with just your team composition, as Uranus went in with the flicker, forcing Uni to go back as well. But the top lane push by Alim, proper wave management coming in, that gives some room to Purple Isgami to actually go in for this Lord, or this probably might also be a bait, bloody. Oh my goodness, Honest will be picked off. Immortality pops up, but that's not gonna help him survive. What was he thinking?
That's wrong position. I mean, there's no way now that they will be able to okay a hook connecting on Kitsune and no follow up unfortunately, but real world coming in. Look
And
at Brody.
Hero has been
He's
slain.
just pushing top. I mean, that's some kind of lane pressure coming in, and there has to be a recall.
oh,
Oh,
oh, four people
Red team has
recalling,
turned
and
the
three of
page
them
turn.
actually recalled just to stop just to stop Brody. He was being picked off for
the
the whole
Brody.
game, but now finally,
Yeah,
okay, 1-1 wants to go in. 1-1. Let's see. Oh, almost, almost.
almost.
But yeah, but the lot will probably be taken down by the side of purple is coming. Not
Cover is coming.
Red
any
team has
difficulty. Yeah,
slain
that's
Lord.
the Lancelot has got a better execution line, and Aizen will probably
That
be taken down. No support whatsoever, and their backline is being shredded by
Red team
Yuzhong
hero has
as they
been
take
slain.
Eve down, and the Eve
Slain.
is a very major win condition for them. That's already a 2-for-0 trade, and I don't think so.
yeah,
RR is
and
gonna survive this as well because he is trying to tank all the hits. He's trying to take 1-1 away, but look at the base. There's siege minions and the lord. That's going to be Purple Isgami securing the game number 3 and winning the match. What a game!
Victory!
They were handicapped, 1-0
yeah,
before
that's
to we started day 2, but they ended up getting the win and moving to the finals. So that's going to be our first finalist, guys. Purple is Gami moving to the finals. Bri, what went wrong in this match for Endgame?
yes, there was a miscommunication, and during the last Lord contest, Aulus was catched between four people. There was no communication, also no proper zoning by Uranus. Since he was that tanky, he should have been in the front line. Also, he did do a good job of, sending Kagura to the base. After that, they should have straight jumped in for the Lord contest, but they didn't do that, and Aulus got picked off. So that changed the whole thing. Even Brody was, split pushing. I mean, he forced recall on the members of Purple Gami, but they couldn't contest the Lord. They had the power spike. I mean, all of them had their items, though. Probably communication gap, which they might do better in future.
Definitely, because
Also,
they're gonna
also,
have.
I'm
Yep.
sorry. Yeah, I forgot the Franco pick. Yeah, that didn't work out. It was a high risk, high reward. He did land some decent hooks, I would say, but not that great. So, he lacked as a tank. Instead of Franco, it would have been a different tank. So, yeah, like an Atlas would have done wonders for all us.
Yes, and Atlas would have been pretty good against the Diamond Com that was brought in by, Purple is Gami because
Purple is coming, yeah.
yeah, they won 2 straight matches with this dive composition, but very detailed, very nice analysis coming in from Blurryface, guys. That's gonna be it for this game. But you have to make sure to stay tuned as we're gonna have the second semi-finals as well, and you can also call it the Eliminator 2 or the third place match. The winner of that match will jump in to face Purple is Gami in the finals. So we're gonna have that match today as well, guys, and that's going to be a best of 3 yet again. And you want to hit that subscribe button along with the bell notification to get notified about for every match that we bring forward for you. Now, please stay tuned, guys. We will be right back.